Aloha! This is lesson 182 from A Course in Miracles with Hope Johnson. I will be still an instant and go home. The world you seem to live in is not home to you. And somewhere in your mind you know that this is true. A memory of home keeps haunting you, as if there were a place that called you to return. Although you do not recognize the voice, nor what it is the voice reminds you of. Yet still you feel an alien here, from somewhere all unknown. Nothing so definite that you could say with certainty, you are an exile here. Just a persistent feeling, sometimes not more than a tiny throb. At other times hardly remembered, actively dismissed, but surely to return to mind again. No one but knows whereof we speak. Yet some try to put by their suffering in games they play to occupy their time and keep their sadness from them. Others will deny that they are sad and do not recognize their tears at all. Still others will maintain that what we speak of is illusion, not to be considered more than but a dream. Yet who, in simple honesty, without defensiveness and self-deception, would deny he understands the words we speak? We speak today for everyone who walks this world, for he is not at home. He goes uncertainly about in endless search, seeking in darkness for what he cannot find, not recognizing what it is he seeks. 1,000 homes he makes, yet none contents his restless mind. He does not understand he builds in vain. The home he seeks cannot be made by him. There is no substitute for heaven. All he ever made was hell. Perhaps you think it is your childhood home that you would find again, the childhood of your body and its place of shelter, or a memory now so distorted that you merely hold a picture of a past that never happened. Yet there is a child in you who seeks his father's house and knows that he is alien here. This childhood is eternal, with an innocence that will endure forever. Where this child shall go is holy ground. It is his holiness that lights up heaven, and that brings to earth the pure reflection of the light above, wherein are earth and heaven joined as one. It is this child in you your Father knows as his own son. It is this child who knows his Father. He desires to go home so deeply, so unceasingly. His voice cries unto you to let him rest a while. He does not ask for more than just a few instants of respite, just an interval in which he can return to breathe again the holy air that fills his Father's house. You are his home as well. He will return, but give him a little time to be himself within the peace that is his home, resting in silence and in peace and love. The child needs your protection. He is far from home. He is so little that he seems so easily shut out, his tiny voice so readily obscured, his call for help almost unheard amid the grating sounds and harsh and rasping noises of the world. Yet does he know that in you still abides his sure protection. You will fail him not. He will go home, and you along with him. This child is your defenselessness, your strength. He trusts in you. He came because he knew you would not fail. He whispers of his home unceasingly to you, for he would bring you back with him, and he himself might stay and not return again where he does not belong. And where he lives in an outcast in a world of alien thoughts. His patience has no limits. He will wait until you hear his gentle voice within you, calling you to let him go in peace along with you, to where he is at home and you with him. When you are still an instant and the world recedes from you, when valueless ideas cease to have value in your restless mind, then you will hear his voice. So poignantly, he calls to you that you will not resist him longer. In that instant, he will take you to his home, and you will stay with him in perfect stillness, silent and at peace, beyond all words, untouched by fear and doubt, sublimely certain that you are at home. Rest with him frequently today, for he was willing to become a little child, that you might learn of him how strong is he who comes without defenses, offering only love's messages to those who think he is their enemy. He holds the might of heaven in his hand and calls them friend, and gives his strength to them, that they may see he would be friend to them. He asks that they protect him, for his home is far away, and he will not return to it alone. Christ is reborn as but a little child, each time a wanderer would leave his home. For he must learn that what he would protect is but this child, who comes defenseless and who is protected by defenselessness. Go home with him from time to time today. You are as much an alien here as he. Take time today to lay aside your shield, which profits nothing, and lay down the spear and sword you raised against an enemy without existence. Christ has called you friend and brother. He has even come to ask your help in letting him go home today, completed and completely. He has come as does a little child who must beseech his father for protection and for love. He rules the universe, and yet he asks unceasingly that you return with him and take illusions as your gods no more. You have not lost your innocence. It is for this you yearn. This is your heart's desire. This is the voice you hear, and this the call which cannot be denied. The Holy Child remains with you. His home is yours. Today he gives you his defenselessness, and you accept it in exchange for all the toys of battle you have made. And now the way is open, and the journey has an end in sight at last. Be still an instant, and go home with him, and be at peace a while. I will be still an instant and go home. Past all of the sounds of the world. Basically, the sounds of the world are our thoughts. They really are. And, I say they really are. They're actually not our thoughts, but they're the thoughts that we're following. We're choosing. It's kind of a lazy choice, because it's not really a choice that we would make if we're conscious of the choice we're making, but we're choosing to uphold these thoughts that make this world seem really meaningful. Just today when I was in my spiritual practice, block therapy, just noticing the different thoughts that just come, and how preoccupied and how much my mind would be bogged down if I were to follow any of them. As soon as I notice that a thought has my attention, I just let it go by looking at it and going, I don't want this. I want stillness, especially right now when I'm in my spiritual practice. But, my intention is to keep that going throughout the day. Like, no need to be following thoughts that don't mean anything. And, none of them mean anything, yet there are instances where thoughts seem to be helpful. Like, let's say you got to go to the bathroom and there's a thought that says, hey, go to the bathroom over here. It's like, really, the kinds of thoughts, though, that just occur to you about different people and what you're going to do later and different things like that, so much of this can just be laid aside and letting the Holy Spirit guide. And what I notice for myself is my willingness to lay aside thoughts of the world, that I get the guidance. I can hear the guidance. I can hear from the Holy Spirit all day long, just reminding me what everything is for, seeing patterns, really getting blessed so much, just all throughout the day, because I'm willing to rest in this stillness. And that really all that is dropping concepts about the world by noticing that they have no value. And really all that you value is the peace of God. And this stillness, especially today during this practice, this stillness is what you want. So we're going deep here in the morning and in the evening, and give it about a minute every hour throughout the day. That would be lovely too. I love the way the way Jesus is putting this child is the Christ. Defenselessness. It's defenseless. So that's how Christ is. And, it's like there's this apparent crucifixion of this child by not listening to it. And you listening to this defenseless child that's calling you home, by putting it's interesting because it reminds me of the whole story of Jesus, just like replaying again. It's like this child is born in you to lead you home, this defenseless child. And by you returning to your defenselessness, which is really you just letting all of the world fall and going into your stillness and following just this child, letting him lead the way back home. He's given himself to you like this, as a child in your mind. And that may be the whole story of Jesus's life. That may be the whole symbology, if you look at it. He's born in you. He's defenseless. He's a still small voice. You can either crucify him, up to you. Just keep on silencing him. That's basically what it's saying. Or let him be resurrected and accomplish your own resurrection in that as well. So I love it, and I love you. Have a beautiful practice. Ahui ho.